Truly, why must the Restart program be broadcast in Farsi? Truly, what movement has Sufism predicted? Truly, what is the poem of Shanimatul Awali? Truly, why did the Sufis half unsheathe their swords and draw them out? Is there really news on the way? And is something about to happen that all the country's officials know about, except for you, the listener and viewer? Radio Pastu. Welcome to 37, my friend. Welcome to Restart, the most dangerous program of the last 700 years. Welcome. Well, hello to you, dear listeners. For now, pay attention to our 37th episode of Restart and our Thursday Shaskul Plus, because a great secret lies within it, and it will help you immensely as our Thursday Shaskul Plus unpacks certain things. Like, who knew that Restart was going to be broadcast? Why is this Restart being broadcast in my language and yours? And what message is hidden behind it? Because their attacks on us started 3 months ago and intensified in the last 2 weeks. For this reason, we decided that, God willing, we will try to turn up the wick. Meaning we will turn up the wick on Restart and Shaskul Plus, so they know that we know that if you run from dogs, they'll bite your shins, but if you attack the dogs, they will sit back in their place. We wanted to talk about the Valley of Gnosis. Now, if we can finish the Valley of Gnosis to some extent today, not that it can ever be truly finished, I mean the 3 parts we promised you, and let me tell you, we'll also explain a bit about the next valley. This program is being broadcast according to the level of my understanding and yours, and we have all gathered to think, to be free from desire, and in essence, to understand the subject better and to cast aside ignorant bigotries. When the name of a prophet or messenger comes up, everyone thinks of a guy with a circle drawn around his head, with light shining out of it. But those who shout, Mahdi come, Mahdi come, Mahdi come, have forgotten that throughout history the Mahdi has come several times, and unfortunately he has mostly attacked the religious, the prayerful, and the churchgoers and so on. The Jews were crying out for the Mahdi to come, the Mahdi who was Christ. When he came, he beat the shit out of them so badly that they were forced to kill the perfect human, the Sufi, the same Mahdi, the same guide, and the same Imam of the age, and the same prophet and messenger. The Mahdi came. This idea that the Mahdi is supposed to come and that we should chant for him. If the Mahdi Zulfikar is drawn, who will it strike first? Me and the drinkers and the womanizers, or those whose foreheads are calloused from ostentatious piety? Anyway, there are many other things that we must tell you, and we will. In the Valley of Gnosis, we explained that it is gnosis of the components of the universe. Well, your question might be, excuse me, what happens if we don't understand this gnosis of the universe, if we don't get the gnosis part? Sadi says, oh, you who are beyond imagination, analogy, conjecture, and illusion, and beyond all we have said and heard and read, very clear. It means when you don't properly know the Valley of Gnosis, you enter into imagination, analogy, conjecture, and illusion. So then the task is completely clear, meaning you either understand the Valley of Gnosis, or if you don't, you are entirely within imagination, analogy, conjecture, and illusion. Now, there are several types of human souls. The souls are later to be the vegetative soul, the animal soul, the human soul, and the rational soul, which is the soul of the perfect human himself and the Sufis. That the Sufis are around the perfect human. So what really happens if we don't know Gnosis? What do we enter into? We enter into imagination. Can you explain that? Yes, why not? Well, we've said that for many, we have the tangible, but explain this prayer thing too. We said we'll get to prayer over time. I'll explain prayer for you once more right now. From the very beginning, before you want to perform prayer, you must first have the quest, meaning you must be searching for the perfect human. You must be in the Valley of the Quest. You have to be looking for the girl. The Valley of the Quest means you've left your house, you have no wife, no girlfriend, no beauty to marry. You come outside. At the very start, you have to look for that beauty. So you search. The next door neighbor, second floor. Until now, you thought the beauty was, for example, your cousin, your relatives, your mullah, your rabbi, your priest. Now you've realized that another beauty exists. Well, you search and find a beauty that fits your perspective. So what happens next? After this valley of the quest, you slowly fall in love with this beauty. You still can't talk to each other. Now this is the valley of love. It's the valley where you have to get her phone number. You have to stand on the street corner fidgeting with prayer beads. You have to whistle. You have to follow her around every time she comes and goes. You have to go after her so much until she falls in love with you. I mean, until she likes you. You have to tell her, I love you so much that she starts to like you. After she starts to like you, what happens? Initially, you are looking for a perfect human. Then you find the perfect human. When you found the perfect human, he hasn't given you his number yet. You haven't made a move. There's no love and romance yet. He hasn't set up a date with you yet. A time comes when he sets up that date with you. The moment he sets up a date with you, you go and sit down for the date. And the first dialogue that comes out of your mouth is this: Allahu Akbar. My God, how beautiful you are. What an angel. What beauty. What happens after that? Then you say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. What does that mean? It means I bear witness. It means I swear. It means by God I have searched everywhere. See, don't think I'm just a follower, like an idiot following some mullah or a priest or a rabbi or a Zoroastrian priest or some decree. No way. By God I've searched everywhere. There is no beauty like you. Ishhadu an la ilaha illa Allah. If you haven't found the valley of Gnosis, you won't understand this sentence. Why? Because that beauty will say, have you been to Italy and seen the girls there? You say, no. Then she says, then why are you bearing false witness to me with Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah, you bastard? Their first question, have you seen Japanese girls? No. Have you seen Russian girls? No. Have you seen French girls? No. Have you seen Iranian girls, how lovely and kind they are? No. What can you say to her to prove I have searched everywhere and found you? What does Ashhadu an la ilaha mean? Man, by God, I've searched the whole world. I was looking for a girl, Layla. I only found you. She says, no, you're lying, so you have to show it. This Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah means there is no other. Ilah means idol. What is an idol? It means your mom. What is an idol? Food. An idol is this very clothing of yours. What is an idol? Your status, your position. What is an idol? The circulation of intermolecular forces. What is an idol? It is everything that exists in the universe. Ishhadu an la ilaha illallah means, I bear witness that, sir, no being is you except Allah. Except you, who are the perfect human. He gets all puffed up. How are you really supposed to stand in prayer? You want to recite this, for God's sake. What do you understand from this phrase? Why at all? Now he goes to a church, he goes to a synagogue, it makes no difference. Whatever words you say, do you understand them? You don't. Then you come and say that it's just the beginning. Then these idiots are like this in their prayers too, meaning they recite in the prayers, go look in the mosques. And mosque itself has a definition. A mosque is for someone who has passed the valley of the quest and gnosis and love, and has entered the valley of detachment, which is the next valley. In that valley he has the right, he is able to go and spend money to build a mosque. What does mosque mean? It means prostrating towards the backsides of others. If you don't see something in front of you, so if you don't see Allah in front of you, and God is not seeable because He is the essence can never be seen, you can never see it. So if you gain gnosis of the components of the universe, it means you understand the multiplicity of the world's existence. There is a beautiful formula to the universe, meaning the universe is a beautiful formula, and it's a universe, meaning it's a specific targeted whole, and everything is interconnected and everything is related. Meaning when you finally understand these things, you have understood the valley of Gnosis. And we know a little bit about monotheism. That's why in this program, whatever we say to this clergy, bless your hearts, where did you get this monotheism, justice, prophethood, imamati and resurrection, these 5 or 6 principles as you call them? They have no answer. Then you start to pray. Alhamdulillah Rabb al-Alameen. So it's clear this Rabb is one of many lords, Lord of the worlds, not the Lord of your street corner. You recite Rabb wrong. You know nothing. This Rabb, how many lords do we have? Who is a Rabb? Rabb means instructor. Rabb means God. Rab is one who raises you, meaning if you are a young child, when you find him, you found the jam, you found your Rab, then he has to tell you, go sit up there, go sit up in the cave of Hira. Then you've finally seen the Rab. Now up in the cave of Hira, you want to speak. Now what do you see? Now you must follow his orders. Now what comes? Gabriel comes. Who is Gabriel in the perfect human? Who is Michael in the perfect human? Who is Azrael in the perfect human? We said this last week. The entire universe is in the form of the perfect human, and the perfect human himself is the central axis of the universe, and everything is molded in his image. Sir Hosseini, the moment I am dying, the one who takes my soul. Azrael, it means the perfect human is taking my soul. Exactly all the people on planet Earth. Of course, remember, when they say the soul is abstract, your soul is abstract, but so is the soul of a donkey. This idea that you're special, that you're different from a donkey, you who are slaughtering a sheep, the sheep you are killing, you are committing murder. You are a being whose soul is abstract. Dear listeners must know that abstract means its soul is not connected to its body. Abstract means when you get in a car, you are abstract from the automobile. What does that mean? It means the car is not you and you are not in the car. You are just driving. The soul of this body of yours, your body is like a car. The soul gets in, you go on your way to reach your destination. Abstract means when you get out of the car. Abstract means you got in the car doesn't do a damn thing. It doesn't sit, it doesn't stand, it doesn't come or go. Abstract means, well, you are abstract from the car. The soul is the same. The soul that is installed in the human body is abstract. Yes, and there is a sign of it on planet Earth. The silkworm, these cocoons they make. They spin a cocoon around themselves. When they spin, they turn around themselves. And let me tell you, I don't know, they do it in the fourth sleep. There is a sleep, the fourth sleep of the silkworm. Then it seals itself, it makes a grave, then a hole opens in the grave and a butterfly comes out, meaning the body of the worm becomes a butterfly. See, two completely different scales. Then the butterfly lays eggs again and it becomes a worm. See, a very important point emerges. So your soul is abstract. It must exit the structure of this place. Now that's a different discussion. So you say, Alhamdulillah Rabb al-Alameen, and understand nothing. Who is the Lord of the worlds? Hello, I swear on the head of the police colonel of precinct 110. I swear on the head of the major general of, I don't know, the Pasdaran region. I swear on the commander-in-chief, I don't know, of the army. Rab, I swear on the Rab, let me tell you, of all the allied forces. See, you have lords everywhere. The moment you wake up and go there, your Rab, your boss shows up. You have one, you're sitting there. These are all lords to the power of n. This itself is an important point for you to know. When the word Rab is used, we have 500,000 lords, 5 million lords. Each Rab is different from the other. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Okay, I don't get it. Do you? You get it. Praise God, you're surely performing your prayers. I told you last time too, we should say watch the program. Everyone calls and says, sir, are you joking? We don't understand what you're saying. You're standing right in front of the perfect human. And he says, well, what are you saying? You're talking nonsense. I don't understand what you're saying. Allah Akbar. Brothers and sisters, Allah Akbar isn't solved by bowing and prostrating and saying Allah Akbar until you understand the sentence. The sentence. Now this exists. It has an example. It doesn't have an example. Did you get it? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. What does it mean? Ar-Rahman, God is not gracious. God is not merciful. God is not the provider. God has no form, number. If you say God is the provider, you have destroyed God. Meaning you have created a being that can be perceived by the senses. So God cannot give sustenance, nor is He gracious. So God is not merciful either. Malik Yawmuddin. Then we remember Christ. Christ says the day of judgment is in my hands. I am the divider of heaven and hell. Then we remember Zechariah. He also says, I am the divider of heaven and hell. Then Shah Ni'matul Awali says the same. He says, I am the one who divides. Huh? Sir, you divide too and we didn't know about it? Malik Yam ad-Din. So now you must, that beauty must be in front of you. So you have to find that girl, find that beauty, set up a date, give your number, and when she calls and you see her, the first dialogue is, Allah Akbar, God is greatest. Your ass-kissing begins. This ass-kissing of the girl just starts. She allows you to talk to her. You've just set up a date. Now it's the valley of love. It doesn't die. Number is Husseini in the valley of love now? Yes. Mr. Husseini, are you also in the valley of the quest? Yes. Sir, excuse me, are you in the valley of Gnosis too? 100%. Why? Because the valleys don't end. It's just their beginning. The valleys are all a world before you, all of them. Now he has seen the girl. Now he says, Allah Akbar. Love transforms from one state to another, meaning the valley of love is still continuing and the valley of Gnosis is in progress. Okay, let me see who your dad is, who your mom is. This stuff starts. Slowly the dowry, this and that. It's still not over. It's not yet okay. Iyak na'bud. You dishonorable bastard. That's a huge fucking message. You're standing in front of your God, as you say, standing in front of the perfect human. And you say, Ayaka nabudu. Then the perfect human says, look here, you idiot. Where do you worship me? You're in love with money. Look, the trash is full right now. Are you an oppressor or not? You're after money. You, if I give you an order, will you listen? He'd say, no. 150 people might listen to the restart program, and not even 4 of them are man enough to stand up. It's not clear. You have yet to understand the restartees, let alone the rest of the people who have the souls of animals. Iyaka nabudu means, I worship only you. He has to say, where do you? Have you even seen me to worship me? Yeah, we went to church, we saw your picture up there. Don't joke around, so you can't recite it. Look for yourself. It's simple. Understand it yourself. Iyaka nabudu, help me. Ihdina siratul mustaqim. Send me on the path of restart, the straight path. Siratul deen an'amta alayhim. The path of those you've favored. Ghair al-maghdub alayhim. Not the godless, walad daleen, and not the religious. In the exegesis of Surah Al-Fatiha, they say all means the Jews and the Christians. That's just nonsense. Ghair al-maghdubi alayhim means those who are vile towards God, not the atheists, the vile ones, those whose bigotry. They are in conflict with the perfect human, meaning those who, not the drinkers, not you and me. Those who are in conflict with the perfect human and the Sufi, they issue theories. They give the order to kill Socrates. They give the order to kill Hallaj. These dishonorable bastards become Ghair al-Maghdubi alayhim, meaning those upon whom God will be wrathful. God, meaning the perfect human, will carry out his wrath. Wala ad-dallin, and not the misguided, meaning the religious folk. Why? Because a Muslim is nothing. A Muslim is basically nothing. He gives a little money and a few tears and a mosque and a prayer, and he reads his prayer in 3 minutes and understands none of it, not even 99.99. Whoever understands the prayer, call us so we can understand too. We don't get it either, we're just like you. But the oppressor, then you say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Again, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. In the name of the human, Qul huwa Allahu ahad. You can't read from here on. What does that mean, sir? Does it mean the prayer we started, we have to finish it here? Yes. Afterwards you must. Sadqallahu al-Ali al-Azim. You know why? Because from here on it goes into the next valley. It's no longer the valley of Gnosis, it's the valley of detachment. So Qul huwa Allahu wahid. Say, He, Allah, is one. Say, He is one. He doesn't know anything. Allahu Samad. Oh, what does mean? It means God is self-sufficient. In the next valley that I want to explain, do you know what it means that God is self-sufficient? Samad means full. Everything is full of Him. What does that mean? It means before the donkey is God, within the donkey is God, after the donkey is God. Before your salt shaker is God, you must see God in the salt shaker, and after the salt shaker you must see God. Before the letter K you must see God. Within the letter K you must see God, and after it you must see God. you must see God in the planet Earth, and before the planet Earth you must see him too. The dewdrop that sits on a flower, before it you must see God, in the dewdrop you must see God, and after it you must see God. In Hosseini, before Hossein you must see God, in Hossein you must see God, and after him you must see him. Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of beings are just on planet Earth. You must see God wherever you look at all of them. I look upon the desert, and in the desert I see you. We don't understand. We have to sit and have you interpret Baba Tahir for us too. He says, interpret Rumi, you'll do it for us. What is I look upon the desert, and in the desert I see you. You who see nothing but your honorable mothers. Hosseini and I see nothing. I look upon the desert. Baba Tahir, the great Gnostic, the great Sufi, he says he's one of the greatest Sufis. It means he says a Sufi like this comes along every few thousand years. A Sufi comes every few hundred years. Baba Tahir says that's me, meaning I am so drowned in the perfect human, I have gone into these 18,000 worlds. I look upon the desert, and in the desert I see you. You don't understand a thing. What does it mean? It means I look upon the desert, and in the desert I see you. It means whatever I see in the desert, I see you. This is Allahu Samad, meaning in everything I see you. I look upon the sea, and in the sea I see you. Now you go look at the sea, at most you see yourself, your reflection. What do you see? 2 dolphins? 4 things. You don't see anything? No, you haven't even really seen the sea yet, meaning you only see this surface. I only see this surface. We understand nothing. The time we'll understand is when we strap an oxygen tank to our backs and go down in a submarine. Even then we won't see everything. We have to see the whole sea, the ocean. We don't. So you cannot understand by reading books. This love is a coming, not a learning. You understand nothing. Wherever I look, mountain, door and plain, I see a sign of your gracious stature. This is Allah Samad. So if you are praying, once you've understood Ishhadu an la ilaha illallah, you can't recite what comes after. You have to just stand there until you understand. You can't understand. Now some clown is sitting there praying, reciting everything. Allah Akbar. Look at that idiot in the middle doing the Takbir al-Ahram. Allah Akbar. We understand nothing. And we are reading the Arabic version. There's a Persian version too. We didn't understand Zoroaster either. Every single word of that idiot. We didn't understand Allah Samad. We didn't understand Moses. We didn't understand Jesus. We understood nothing. After that, what comes before our eyes is the valley of Gnosis, headless and footless. Now to solve this, I'll read a story from Mr. Rumi from the 3rd book, so we know what happens if you don't know the valley of Gnosis. There are only 2 possibilities. You're either on planet Earth or you're not. You're either alive or you're dead. I'm not breathing anymore, you're dead. There is no middle ground. If you understood the valley of Gnosis, you understood it. If you didn't, you are in imagination, in analogy, in conjecture, in illusion. Do you know what that means? It means annihilation. Rumi has a poem. The children of that school, from the teacher, suffered from weariness and exertion. Weariness, right here in the 1st verse, it nicely clarifies your situation. He says there were some kids who were annoyed with these interpretive mullahs, the mujtahids. Yes, they are forced to go to class. They consulted on how to delay the work so that the teacher would fall into distress. They said, what can we do to mess up our teacher? He doesn't understand anything. He just spouts nonsense. What should we do to him? Since he doesn't seem to fall ill, so that we may be free from this prison and tightness and work, he is as steadfast as a granite rock. One who was cleverer devised this plan to say, teacher, how are you? You look pale. See, very simply, in one story, Rumi explains this whole valley of Gnosis, recognition, imagination and analogy. They say, what can we do to make this teacher not come for a few days so we can relax? One of the kids there, a clever A child in the middle says, you know what the best thing to do is? He says, no. He says, the best thing is for us to go and tell the teacher, sir, I'll go up and say, sir, why is your face pale? You look terrible. Look what's happened. I hope you are well. Your color is not right. This is the effect of either the weather or a medical condition. 2. The child says, I'll go up and say, I hope you are well. Your color is not right. This is the effect of either the weather or a medical condition. He will fall slightly into imagination from this. You, brother, help out in this way too. As soon as I say this, his imagination will slowly start working. He'll fall into the imagination that maybe he's sick. Then he turns to his friends and says, you help too. Give a hand. And that's exactly what happens. Go up and say, oh my God, Mr. Teacher, what's wrong with your face? When you enter through the school door, say, I hope you are well, master. What is your condition? What is your condition? His imagination will grow a little, for from imagination a sane man can become mad. He says slowly he'll start imagining he's sick. A sane person in the valley of imagination becomes mad. He goes crazy. The third and the fourth and the fifth, likewise, following us, lamenting their concern. Until 30 children, by the repetition of this news, unanimously say, yes, O Master. He said the first one went and said, sir, you've lost your color. 30 other students came out of the bathroom and said, sir, you've lost your color. He went to his room. You've lost your color. He went to the office. You've lost your color. He came out, you've lost your color, one after another. Each one told him, O king, O lion-like one, may your fortune lean on the pillow of grace. They agreed with a firm pact that not one friend would alter that word. After that, they made that bastard swear an oath so that he wouldn't snitch. The thought of that child was shrewder than all. His intellect went ahead of the flock. He says, this little kid understood more than anyone. He revealed a great secret. He said, because this one is not in Gnosis, this mujtahid doesn't understand anything about Gnosis. Tell him, sir, your face is pale. Even if he's a respected mullah, a hujjat al-Islam, that idiot, as soon as you say your face is pale, the idiot's face will go pale. Really. Why? Because he wasn't in the valley of Gnosis. He's just playing a game. That's why he says that child, the kid, knows this. The thought of that child was shrewder than all. His intellect went ahead of the flock. His intellect ran ahead of him. That difference exists in the human intellect, as between witnesses in their forms. He said this before. Anyway, we'll leave this. Without experience and much teaching, the thought of a child who has no experience in a path, an idea, will sprout from that little child that an old man with 100 experiences gets no scent of. He says this kid understood something that the old man who had read books and written 500 books for Harvard and Renoir and had produced all these idiotic interpretations of the Quran for himself, he didn't get it. What does that mean? Look, here he's saying a child completely messed up the Hujjat al-Islam. He says this, from that little child an idea came forth that an old man with 100 experiences gets no scent of. In itself, that which is from innate nature is better, not a superiority that comes from effort and thought. You tell me, is God's gift better or a smoothly executed trick? 5. He says, now you tell me, was love a coming or a learning? He says that teacher had read all these books. He had learned love is a coming. This idea that occurred to the child, it destroyed him. The story is very simple. They kept telling this teacher, why are you pale? So much that the teacher slowly got sick. He went home at night and then his color was gone. His wife would say, why are you pale? Slowly his color had faded. He said, I think I'm sick. 3 nights later they held a mourning ceremony. They carried away the idiot's corpse. So he died in imagination. There was nothing really wrong. See, Rumi is explaining psychology here too. He's explaining all of psychology, not having bad omens. An omen has no external existential reality. An omen is that you are putting out a vibe. I hope you don't return with the money. This is a bad omen. This is a bad vibe. When they say bad vibes, this is what they mean. They say, sir, don't keep saying, I hope we don't get in a car accident here. He says again, I hope we don't get in an accident. Even if he does nothing, some damn fool will hit him. This is imagination. Why? Because imagination is constituted, meaning it possesses a force that causes the sensory world around you, not around you, the sensory world far from you, the energies to rise up against you. This is very logical, meaning it's very clear. Look, right now, when you smoke a cigarette in this room, the smoke gets in the eyes of the person on the other side. This same cigarette smoke hits his face. When you blow, it goes into the eye of the person opposite you. We blew. How can you think that the energy of your brain's thoughts doesn't affect the person next to you? It affects the person next to you. I wanted to explain the Baxter story, that researcher who said plants are like this too. Meaning, for example, he took a cactus, put it there, a device called a psychogalvanometer. A psychogalvanometer, this is a device that you connect to plants to see if they understand or not. Now, I'll just do the experiment very briefly. So a few people, he connected one cactus there, one on the left side of the room, one on the right. He connected the psychogalvanometer to one and not to the other. He came, opened the door, lit a match, and decided in his mind to go and burn a leaf of the one he hadn't connected the psychogalvanometer to. The moment the thought occurred to him, the tree on the left, the cactus, started to tremble, started to get scared. It was recorded, meaning they understood, that tree understood his intention was to go and kill its mom, that other cactus to go and kill. Then they repeated the experiment. They turned off the lights in the room. 50 people went in. They drew lots. One person's lot was to cut the cactus on the other side, the right side, to pieces. They turned off the lights. No one saw anyone. No one knew who was going to do it. 50 people were tested. They came out. They cut the cactus on the right to pieces, and the one on the left started. Then they turned on the lights. The exact moment the cactus killer entered, the living cactus that had the psychogalvanometer attached to it recognized him. It started to tremble, meaning you can identify a murderer from a tree. It's that simple. Science, my dear. Meaning tomorrow you go to your uncle's house, you cuss out your uncle's mother and father. If science advances the little tree in his house, meaning that same pot in his house, the CIA will come, take it, connect a psychogalvanometer to it. They'll check the psychogalvanometer for the number of curses you gave. If you hit, if you insulted, it records it. And they tell you you are guilty. All the atoms of the universe in secret speak to you day and night. We are hearing and seeing and aware. With you, the uninitiated, we are silent. For that reason, because you don't understand my language, we have a problem. Maurice Maeterlinck understood the language of ants. He worked so hard to understand the language of the ants he was working with. He understood the language of the honeybee. Mendel understood the language of plants. Each of these has a language. There are billions of languages in the universe. I want these. The conclusion we are drawing in the Valley of Gnosis is that if it understands, you are cussing out your child, well, you won't cuss anymore. If you look at Sohrab and see the perfect human, you look at the sea and see the perfect human, well then, that's it. You can't just stretch your legs out. One of the benefits that is happening is that, thank God, something has happened, that you and I have reached a level where when we look at Sohrab, no, we only see a sample. We look at the sea, we see splashing, and we got lucky, because that's why we stretch our legs out, cuss each other's mothers and fathers out, insult each other. We take a guy and torture him. It doesn't matter to him at all, meaning the rulers of the world don't know that even when they are in bed with their wives, the very night they are asleep, the perfect human is watching over them. They don't know. Jalal ad-Din Muhammad, they don't know about you. He could take a trip to Mars and back, so he doesn't understand. Now imagine, because you're sitting in your house cussing, the television hears, the wall hears, all of them respond, they all have a language, the plant understands, so you can't do it anymore. You don't know where you can cuss out your child's mother and father, you don't know how to pray, you stand up for 2 cents, and the trees are cussing you out, the wall is cussing you out. With whose permission are you praying? Why? Because they are all doing it in terms of intelligence and feeling and psychology, and you don't know. These are very dangerous valleys that we are just casually talking about. Sadi says, I am happy with the world because the world is happy from him. It's over. He says it very clearly. I am happy with the world, from the world, because the world is in love with the perfect human. The love of the whole universe is from him. So they are all talking about this valley. All of them are saying it. We arrived at the valley of Gnosis. So every being in the world has a name. Hear the name of everything from the wise one. Consider it the secret of the knowledge of the names. In praise of that Adam whose name I mention, I fall short even if I count until the resurrection. Rumi says it. He says, regarding the perfect human, dear listener, whatever I say, I fall short of just praising this person's name until the resurrection. Meaning, he says the praise of this person, the perfect human, whose name I mention, whom I say who he is, I fall short if I count until the end of time, not the resurrection. My whole life, if I count until the resurrection, I still won't understand. To Moses, the name of his wood was his staff. To the Creator, its name was dragon. He says Moses saw his staff as a staff and a piece of wood, but to God, the name of this staff was dragon. This God is that same perfect human. It was a dragon. So find Gnosis of the perfect human. By God, you will not find Gnosis. Then the whole valley of Gnosis means that you understand the universe is a subset of one being called the perfect human, and everything is interconnected like a single soul. Wherever you press, the perfect human screams, and our misfortune is this, that this being, the perfect human, unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately we should say, is kind. He is kind, meaning right now as he sits, if he thinks it's over, he uses all his strength, thought, gaze, and then we curse Sufism and Gnosis mystic. Meaning wherever the name of the perfect human comes up, the word Sufi must come. If it doesn't, it means he's lying. That's why I said it the other day. Wherever the word mystic comes up, it means Sufism must come up. Whenever I told you they mention it mystic but don't mention the name Sufism, know that the son of a bitch is lying. Because mystics and Sufism are equal, they are together. They are in everything. They absolutely cannot be separated. So if you don't understand the valley of Gnosis, you can't do anything anymore. Why? Because when you enter, it happens. You see nothing. You pray, you understand nothing. You don't understand the words. How easily we are explaining this so we can know. So why? Now some people ask, sir, how do they still say these words? How is religion created? We create religion just like this. Let me give this explanation to sort of wrap up the valley of Gnosis so we can move on to, let me tell you, its other topics, the other valleys, which are other discussions, another secret, of course, another secret probably next week. How is religion produced? What effect does Adam have on religion? How is religion produced? Religion means they come and steal the words of the people of Sufism. They take 4 of their good words, make a book out of it, and call it a religion in their own name. And the documents we have brought you so far are documents that, by God, if a 2-year-old child, a 4-year-old Christian, a 4-year-old Jewish child, a 4-year-old Muslim child, and I don't know, Zoroastrian and Bahari and Buddhist, all, it's a joke. It's all a joke. If you call these kids and say, sir, give me this book you're reading, let me ask you a question, then you'd say, man, this book isn't mine, it belongs to another high school. There is only one man in the entire universe. This woman's dream is backwards. Isn't about ladies. Woman's dream means you and me. It becomes masculine. The word woman in that phrase refers to you and me. There is only one man in the entire universe. Sir, then we say, by God, this book hasn't been published, my pretty. It's been published, my dear. Then we say the gospel came 350 years after Jesus. You swear that you must have faith in the gospel. Now whoever doesn't have faith, you'll beat the crap out of them. Then we say, sir, the Quran came out 20 years after Muhammad. Then you say, shut up, whoever you are. Then anyone who... So the path of religion in Gnosis, in the valley of Gnosis at the moment of the quest, the path of religion is only one path. The restart program, it is the path of understanding. How can one understand? You have to see how Adam reached religion. He understood everything. Which school did Adam go to? Which academy? Is Adam the first being who passed the valley of Gnosis and all that? Did this Adam go to church? You'd say, sir, there was no church back then. It was just him and his wife, the Savior, and they weren't even wearing anything. You say so yourself. So how did this Adam know himself? The path of religion is the same path that only Adam takes. How did he know? Then we look. Did he have a priest over his head? Number. So we don't reach God through a priest. Did Adam have the book Bihar al-Anwar over his head? Idiot. Were there hadiths? Number. Did he have a book? What the hell did Gutenberg do then? He just came and invented printing. This book and pen thing that started, it's 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 years old. So did Adam go to church? Number. Did he go to a synagogue? Number. Did he go to a mosque? Number. So all of these, you have to flush the toilet and understand that the path of religion is a path that comes out from within you, meaning the perfect human who is within you. You seek him, you find him outside, and you must understand that only one person has a connection with God. The path of religion is the path. So did Adam go to school? Number. Did he read books? Number. He couldn't even... Where did this one read books? Where did he study? What did he do? Where did he go and give money, give alms? To whom did he give it? It was just him and his wife. Did he give alms to his wife? Meaning you only need to think for 5 seconds. If it's about reading and such things, you will not be saved. Because there are billions of topics that you don't know and cannot understand. So reciting Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah is not about reading. What does it mean? It means this very book, you will not manage to see and know 55 billion trillion beings. Like Maurice Maeterlinck, to go into one discipline, to spend 70 years of your life just to understand the ant. You have to take that same 70 years and now understand the donkey, now understand the dog, now understand the Milky Way galaxy. You have to gather this same amount of time, understand all of these, and only then can you come and say, Ishhadu an la ilaha illallah, my beauty, I swear and bear witness that no being is beautiful except you. Well, you go and see what you can see in dark energy. We have parallel universes. Do you see anything? That for you, by God, you can't even see the back of the moon right now. The beauty of humanity, these idiots, have seen one side of the moon, which every day either its picture appears or it doesn't. The whole thing, one side is always facing you and me. You haven't seen the other side either. You have to get on a shuttle, go and see its backside. Meaning for the several 100 million years that this cat has existed, this fly has existed, it has never seen the other side of the moon. You exactly... What do you want to talk about? So you can only bear witness that no beauty is as beautiful as her when you have tested all the girls in the world. And it's not enough to have seen Russian girls. You have to marry 3.5 billion girls, marry them one by one each night to understand which one is the beauty. So you have to get married by a rabbi, then leave, then get married by the mullah on your street corner, get married by so-and-so. This is that same girl. When you've checked them all, it means you say, Ma'am, by God, I have not found anyone more beautiful than you. And this oath is also true. So every oath you swear will destroy you. Sir, you want to pray. You don't want to pray. I try to explain the valley of Gnosis, let me tell you, as much as we could, though there are many topics in it. Then when there are many topics, so what will take your soul? The perfect human. What sends revelations to you in the cave of Hira? Who is Gabriel? He is a being within the perfect human who comes in different forms. We don't just have one Gabriel. We don't just have one Azrael. Soon they'll say Azrael comes according to your deeds in a certain form. Mr. President of Uganda, and with you the rest of the countries that are by God good. Mr. President of Uganda, remember, when you came out of your mother's womb, you came by the order of the perfect human. The moment of your death, he will take your soul. Don't be so proud of this property and retinue and rank and status. In any case, we are thankful that you listen to this program. Don't forget Shas School Plus on Thursday. Let me tell you, it's a very important topic to see. God willing, I think in 3 or 4 weeks we will explain Shani Matulawali and many topics that you must slowly come to understand. I entrust you to yourself this time, instead of the perfect human, because if you know yourself, you will surely find that beauty. Don't hang around with the loafers on the street corner to find the girl of your dreams, and don't read from books, because love was a coming, not a learning. Farewell.